All right, let's jump right in. We're talking about the single most important part of your job, your safety. We're going to break down Section 1 of the Illinois Electric Cooperative's Employee Safety Manual. This is the bedrock, the foundation for everything you do out there. So let's get to it.
You know, they put this right up front for a reason. It's not just a nice sentiment. Think about it. Nothing is more important to yourself, your family, or your employer than your safety. This manual isn't just some dusty book of rules. It's your guide, built for one single mission, making sure you walk through your front door safe and sound after every single shift, period. Out here, safety is everything.
So, let's be crystal clear. This whole book exists for one reason and one reason only, to protect your safety and your health. And the best way to get your head around this is to picture safety like a chain, right? Every single person, from the top brass all the way down to you, right here on the job, is a link. And what happens if one of those links breaks? The whole thing falls apart. So, let's walk through this chain, link by link, and see how it all holds together. Okay, first up, we're starting at the top of that chain. This is the management link. Think of them as the architects. They're the ones drawing up the master plan, the blueprint for a safe workplace for every single one of us.
And their job is a big one. They don't just, toss you this manual and say, good luck. No way. They have to actually implement the whole safety program. They've got to provide the training and the tools you need. They have to enforce the rules. And this is huge. They have to investigate every incident, not just the big ones, everything. Why? To figure out what happened so it never, ever happens again. They're the ones setting the entire stage.
All right, so from management's blueprint, we move to the next critical link in the chain, your supervisor, your crew leader, foreman, the person in charge on site. These are the folks who take that big picture plan and make it happen right here, on the ground where the boots meet the mud.
Your supervisor, they're your go-to for safety on the job. End of story. Their number one job is making sure the work gets done safely. That means checking that all the equipment is in good shape, that the right people are doing the right jobs, not assigning work to someone who isn't trained for it, and calling out any unsafe conditions to the whole crew before a single tool is picked up.
And that leads us to probably one of their most critical duties, the job briefing. You might call it a tailgate. And let's be clear, this is not a nice to have. It's not optional. It is mandatory before every single job kicks off. It's where the whole crew gets together and makes sure everyone is on the exact same page.
And every single one of these briefings has to hit 5 key points. Think of it like a pre-flight checklist. Number 1, what are the hazards we're dealing with? 2, what's our step-by-step procedure? 3, are there any special precautions we need to take? 4, how are we controlling the energy sources? Lockout/tagout, that kind of thing. And 5, what's the required PPE for this specific job? This is your time, your chance to speak up, ask questions, and make sure you understand the plan completely before the work starts.
Okay, so we've got management setting the plan, we've got the supervisor putting it into action, but now we get to the most crucial link in this entire chain, the one that, honestly, everything else depends on.
That link? It's you. Look, you can have the best plan in the world, the best supervisor. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to you. Your safety and the safety of the guys working next to you. It's in your hands. You are the last, and I mean the most important link in that chain.
And this isn't just about me. Your responsibility is really 4 things at once. Yeah, of course, your own safety comes first. You gotta protect yourself. But right there with it is the safety of your coworkers, the people who trust you to have their back. Then there's the public, we're often working right out in the open. And finally, protecting the equipment and property. It's a total package. Now listen up, because this is a big one. It's totally non-negotiable. You have to report everything. I'm talking about any incident, any injury, any near miss, or even just an unsafe condition you spot. You report it to your supervisor and you do it promptly. Why? Because that's how we fix things. That's how we prevent a close call from becoming a tragedy next week. And don't ever think something is too small or that you'll look stupid. If you see something, you say something. Period. So that leads to a really important question. What happens if you think a job is unsafe? What do you do? Well, the manual is super clear about this. It gives you both the power and the responsibility to act. It's simple. You have what's called stop work authority. And it means exactly what it sounds like. If you feel a job is unsafe for any reason, doesn't matter what, you do not start the work. You stop, and you immediately tell the person in charge what the problem is. Your gut feeling matters, your experience matters. You have the power, and frankly, the duty to hit the brakes and make sure things are made right before anyone gets hurt.
Okay, so let's tie all of this together now. You see the pattern here, right? Safety isn't just one person's job. It's a chain, an entire culture built on everyone sharing the responsibility.
Think about that chain again. Management forges the first link with the plan. Your supervisor adds their link by directing the work. And you're the final link, the one that completes the circuit with your actions and your awareness. Every single link has to be strong, because if one link fails, the whole chain breaks. It's that simple.
So, I'm going to leave you with this. One question. And I want you to ask yourself this question every single morning when you gear up, every time you step onto a job site. Who is the last line of defense for your safety? The answer is always the person looking back at you in the mirror. It's you. You are that final critical link. Stay safe out there.